times and will be going this evening. I am a glutton for
Nice.
punishment. Yeah, so yeah, man, pretty cool. We've been having some good weather. I was talking to my mom, right? And yesterday was like absolutely perfect. What was it like? 77 degrees.
Oh yeah, it was warm.
Yeah. I was telling my mom, these kids don't know how good they got it. Because, I mean, this might not apply to you, Mark, because, back in the day you were probably enjoying sunny Arizona. But here in the 410 for Halloween, you were walking around well into the evening and it was cold as a mug. I mean,
Yeah.
I remember plenty of times staying out until I couldn't feel my fingers anymore, trying to get the most candy I possibly could. And, these kids did a nice, beautiful evening, not cold at all. And, I saw some really great costumes this year.
Yeah, yeah. Well, the weather it was warm, like we said, but I know like in the past, however many years, not every year obviously, but we've had some rainy years in like the last 10 years or so. I know because once upon a time I took kids trick or treating
No doubt,
back
no
when they were
doubt.
little. And
Yeah,
yeah, so we had some rainy nights. So good for them. Good for them to get a nice warm evening,
hell yeah,
not having to wear
hell
a
yeah.
jacket. Yeah.
Yeah, man, it's always sweet. You can fully show off your costume. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
But back in the day, we had the plastic suits with that plastic mask. Remember how? You remember those?
You'd cut your lip on that mask because the little slit that was cut in the
Slick.
mouth.
No doubt, no doubt, man. I've been a big fan of Halloween, since I was a kid, still now. And I'm just gonna tell one more story before we continue with the program. So I trick or treated until my first year of college. Okay. Now I went to Frostburg State University here in Maryland, and my freshman year, I was so pumped. Everybody was staying at school for the weekend. To go to all the parties and everything, and I chose to go home because my youngest brother Jason, who was 14 at the time. Now that I'm like retelling the story, it's like it's so insane. But I was so pumped to go, trick or treating. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna take my younger brother trick or treating, and I'm gonna get myself some candy too. Come back with with some treats that'll last me till, at least Thanksgiving or Christmas. And came up with this makeshift costume, and I took Jason out. We went all around and everything like that. Got hella candy, and man, I was so pumped. And when we were through, you know what Jason told me?
Huh.
Jason was like, Keisha, I don't want to do this anymore. I was devastated, I was like, what do you mean? Like, what? This is like free candy. We get to walk around, have fun. He was like, honestly, I didn't want to do it this year. I only did it for you because you were so pumped about it. I mean, bless his heart. I mean, bless his heart. He broke my heart all at the same time. And that was the last time I went trick or treating. I will never forget that.
Aw,
Yeah,
man.
yeah, yeah, man. Oh, those were the days. All right, but anywho, let's jump on into the sports realm. Um, Halloween is a fun time for all the athletes. They like to get into the spirit, and I just wanted to talk about some of the Halloween costumes that we've seen throughout the week. And I mean, past weekend, because some of the football players got into the spirit as well.
Oh yeah.
Um, Outsiders, if you want to chime in on the feed of some of your favorite outfits that you've or costumes that you've seen over the past week, please, chime in on the feed, put it in, and then we'll shout it out. But Mark, I guess we'll start with you. Did you see any Halloween costumes that really stood out or made you laugh?
Yeah, I picked out a few for various reasons here, and you know, I picked up three photos that I decided to throw on the feed here.
Oh, okay, nice, nice.
All right, so Christy McCaffrey, premier athlete, 49er star, great guy. Um, him and his wife went to as the Wizard of Oz theme. She was, of course,
Oh.
Dorothy, and man, I gotta tell you, he went as the Tin Man, but it was a little rough as a costume. Don't get me wrong, it, it can't be perfect, but it looks like it's like sweatpants that were chromed
Yeah.
out gray, and yeah, good for him. Good sport, but man, you got the millions, you could get a better costume.
You know what it looks like to me? It looks like something the what's the name of that dancing group that wears the masks?
Oh,
Oh
I
gosh.
can't think of it.
Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. It's gonna come back to me, but that it looks like something that they would wear.
Right, right, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh, why can't I think of this right now? And it's so crazy because my friends, I went to a Halloween party last weekend, and my friends dressed up as these guys. Um, oh man, I can't even think of it right now. I know it's gonna come to me right in the middle of the show, and I'm just gonna blurt it out. Um, okay, so let's alternate.
Okay.
Okay. Um, I saw one which was actually pretty scary and very detailed, and unfortunately, it had to do with the Ravens and uh in their loss. But oh, the Jabberwockies! There, I knew it. The
Oh,
Jabberwockies.
okay, yeah.
It looks like something the Jabberwockies would wear. But back to my pick. Miles Garrett of the
Oh,
Cleveland Browns. Did you see that one?
yeah, and he's kind of known for his Halloween stuff. So yeah,
Oh man, he was Terminator, and I gotta tell you, I mean, he's a massive man,
yep.
okay, and very scary on the football field. But I mean, the detail and the effort that he put into it was absolutely awesome,
Oh, he worked
really
with
awesome.
a Hollywood VFX guy for the mask.
Really,
Yep.
well, that thing was like true life, man. I'm telling you, it was. I was like, wow, that's great, and a great shout out to a throwback classic movie, man.
Hell yeah,
He
yeah.
did really good with that one. What's your next pick?
My next pick might be my favorite of everything I've seen.
Okay.
And let me throw this up here. But Lions quarterback Jared Goff wore this to the Lions Halloween party. Him and his wife, another couple's outfit from Talladega Nights. Ricky Bobby and whatever his wife's name was in the movie.
Oh, nice, nice. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh man, wow, Jared, that's Jared Goff's wife.
Right.
Wow, I think that might be the first time I've ever seen her. Cause okay, moving right along. Another good one that I saw was Pascal Siakam, NBA basketball player. He dressed as Andre 3000.
Really?
Yes, yes, and it was like, dude, he was like the spitting image of Three Stacks.
Nice.
That one was really good, really good. Big shout outs to Pascal. All right, what you got next?
For my last one, let's bring it back home. And Roquan Smith, he's out there on the defensive side of the ball, but he was channeling his QB because he dressed up just like Lamar.
Are you serious?
Put together this little outfit and copied a picture of Lamar jumping up in the air. Yeah.
Oh my goodness! Did he have the hair and everything?
Yep. Yep. I got it up on the screen now.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me take a look. Let me take a look. There's always like a little delay with the picture.
Yeah.
Oh man. Big shout out to Roe, Big Roe. I know Lamar probably got a kick out of that one.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That one is great. Um, really good, really good. I mean, it's always fun to see like the stars and athletes get into it because I mean, let's face it, they have a lot more money than us, and they can come up with some really good costumes. You're going just a bit outside of the sports realm. I just saw some really great stuff. I mean, Lizzo as Edward Scissorhands, Kim Kardashian as an albino alligator,
What?
which, yes. Oh man, I'm gonna have to send you a picture after the show offline. But that costume, the albino alligator, was insane. I don't know where she got the idea from. It's a little weird, but it's just so good,
Wow.
so good. Yeah, yeah. And you know what? I'm gonna throw myself up in the mix.
Uh oh.
Yeah. I dressed up yesterday for for work. Went into the office. Participated in everything, and I was Gunnar Henderson.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I
Now,
got enough of his jerseys. It's like, look,
how
let me
does
throw
one?
something together real fast. I got all the softball equipment and everything. Brought my glove in, had the shades on. It was really cool, super cool.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah. So, big shout out to everybody that enjoyed the Halloween holiday and got into the spirit. Man, it's so much fun, especially for the adults. It's like the gift that just keeps on giving throughout your entire lives. You know, you're never too old for Halloween. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And keeping it in the spirit of Halloween, I thought it would be fun to, name some of the scariest teams and or players in sports right now. So I'm going to start this one off, Mark.
Okay.
This is really I mean, it's not a surprise, but when you really start to think about how well they've been doing and, what they can accomplish in their division, dog, Washington Commanders,
Ooh. Yeah.
they are scary. I mean, we'll talk about the epic Hail Mary in a few, but man, that game against the Chicago Bears, I mean, it was just so good. And, you know, for it to go down to the last play and that epic Hail Mary and shutting down that idiot Chicago Bears player that was like literally, I've never, I would probably be like the one of the worst or most hated coaches of all time because I was watching. I saw video clips. That thing was all over social media
Oh yeah.
from people in the stands from different angles. I mean, this dude is taunting as they are lining up.
Yep.
I mean, the ball might have even been in the air, and this dumbass was, going at it with
Taunting
the fans.
the fans. Yeah.
Yeah, and lo and behold, I mean that. And you know what? That also goes as a booty huff pick for the week as well. Like I can't remember who that guy's name was, but
I want.
I know he got his ass tore up when they got back into the locker room. If not in the locker room, then the next day or the very next practice. Because if I was that coach, I would have been livid.
I want to say it's like Henderson or something like that was his last name.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
not only was he out there taunting the fans, but he was the last one to touch the ball before it ricocheted off into that commander's hands.
Karma, that's karma.
Right.
Tap dancing all over that ass. Telling you, man. That was so sweet. And, big shout out to the Washington Commanders. We know, and everybody in D.C. knows how long they have sucked. All the drama from the ownership and everything. It's a good feeling to see them kind of turn the corner and really have something, to cheer about this football season.
Yeah, professor, of course, dropping knowledge. Tariq Stevenson is that player.
Rick Stevenson. Okay, Stevenson. Okay, okay. Thanks a lot, Harry. Appreciate you, bruh. All right, man. What's your pick?
I was looking at things, and the the NBA season is just a little too early to really choose someone yet, and NFL, like, I was leaning towards Commanders, so I'm kind of glad I went the way I did, because I would have been sitting here like, oh, I got nothing. But I went to scary and went straight to the graveyard, and I'm looking at who's scary bad, and
Oh, I'm glad that you did this. Okay, go for it. Go for
I
it.
I looked at the usual suspects, and I was thinking Carolina, but I think I'm wrong there, and my scary bad team, maybe the worst team in the NFL right now, is the Tennessee
Tennessee
Titans,
Titans. You got it.
which shocks the hell out of me, because in the last few years they've been in the playoffs. They've been in that conversation to get to like the championship games, the conference championships. How is this team only won one game? Not only, well, we know why, because we got Derrick Henry,
Yeah.
but then I looked at the scores, and there's, other than their win, there's only been two close losses. All their other losses by like at
Africa.
least two touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's been
Yeah.
a hell of a year.
Crazy. What a difference. a what a difference a season makes.
Right?
And you just mentioned that the loss of Derrick Henry, because for the Titans he was kind of that safety blanket, right?
Yeah.
And it just seems like, or it's evident now more than ever, that uh, he might have been the glue that was holding that team together. Because I agree with you, Mark. It's baffling how they just can't get right. And it's wild, man.
Yeah. I mean, we know a great player can make a difference, but they should be mediocre at least, not this bad.
Yeah, yeah. I know that you said that it's a little early in the NBA season, but I do have an NBA pick.
Okay.
Dude, Cleveland Cavaliers.
Right. Right.
They seem to be, one, not only scary, but two, definitely a team that you are going to have to keep your eye on this NBA season. They are currently, I believe, like we said, it is early, but they are 5-0.
Yep.
Okay, undefeated, sitting, yeah, sitting atop of the Eastern Conference, sitting on top of last year's, or the current NBA champions, Boston Celtics, who have been playing fantastic basketball as well. They are currently playing right now against the Orlando Magic, and they are beating the brakes off of them with a score of 31-16. A couple of days ago, they beat the brakes off the Los Angeles Lakers. So, Mitchell and his crew, they look like, again, it's early, but, they look like a fine-tuned machine right now, man. And it's kind of an eye-opener for me, because there were so many changes, so many moves in the Eastern Conference. For them to be up top and, at this early point in the season, man, it's they look really scary. That's all I can say. They look scary as hell, man.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was looking at the NBA, like, I was like, do I want to pick the Cavs, or is it too early?
Yeah, yeah. Can I do a couple of honorable mentions?
Oh, of course.
I got two for scary bad.
Okay.
First and foremost, the Milwaukee Bucks. What the hell is going on out there, man? They are currently 1-4, I've watched two of their games, and they just have not looked good at all. I honestly think that Doc Rivers might be in a little bit of trouble if this trend continues. And man, they just look bad. They look really, really bad, and I'm shocked. I got to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
they're currently on a 4-game losing streak, and they lost to Chicago. They lost to Brooklyn. Um, they lost to Boston. That's kind of that's to be expected. But also lost to Memphis Grizzlies, and man, I shocked. I'm really shocked at where they're sitting right now. I mean, they're second worst team in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. It's they had their woes last season, and you thought they were doing the right things to address it, and it's a shocker.
Yeah. Yeah, another honorable mention for scary bad Utah Jazz. They're 0-5. I know Dwayne Wade is you know, I mean, he's a great basketball player. He recently became like a minority owner of the Utah Jazz, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but their point differential is like -17.2. They've been getting their asses handed to them left and right. Um, I'm pretty sure that they're going to be making some trades later on in the season, but just a really horrific start for that franchise.
Yeah. That's the trade deadline can't come soon enough for them.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have any more? Because I kind of just want to do like maybe two more.
Feel free. Go ahead.
Okay. Again with basketball, scary person to watch. Jason Tatum of the Boston Celtics looks like
Woo!
he is on a revenge tour for being totally embarrassed with the amount of playing time that he got with the Olympics. Um, I kind of feel bad for the guy because, I'm pretty sure he felt that after leaving Paris, I mean, it was a lot of talk during the tournament, right?
Yeah.
Especially with the gold medal game. I believe his mom sounded off. I mean, there was a lot of going on the social medias, and if it was me, I would think like after the Olympics, that would kind of, maybe like 1 or 2 weeks after, that would be the end of it. But it seems that everybody is still talking about it early in the NBA season. But man, that guy is on a tear right now. I mean, he's looking like I just can't wait till they play the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
I cannot wait because I feel like that'll be another statement game for him during the season, and he's been kicking ass and taking names, man, and I love to see it because I was actually shocked at the amount of playing time. I mean, I know you got to spread the minutes around and everything. You got a team full of stars. It's hard to get people in, but to just not play this dude at all is kind of insane to me.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, like the Olympics have the best talent possible, but yeah, like they're there for a reason. Play them all.
Yeah, yeah. All right, another quick little honorable mention. Scary bad. What happened to Aaron Judge in the World Series?
He pulled a Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, no shit. And it's so funny. It's on the homepage of ESPN. They have this picture of Clayton Kershaw holding the World Series trophy, and it's like Dodger for life. And I was like, man, if there's anybody out there that got paid for doing absolutely nothing, this is the number one candidate for this for the title. It is insane. Like if it were me, of course I'd be celebrating with the team, but to be in the parade, holding up the trophy and being like, yeah, when you contributed absolutely nothing to the success of this team, man, diabolical, as the kids say.
Right.
Nuts. Nuts, man. Absolutely nuts.
Since you brought him up, though, congratulations to the Dodgers.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought they were really going to be like a squandering all their talent and only having that championship in that pandemic season. So they finally got a regular season championship.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Big shout outs. I can finally, revel in my it's like 5 years, 5 seasons too late, but hey, man, they got it done, and I mean, he of course he was not the MVP. That went to Freddie Freeman, who totally deserved it.
Right.
But hey, man, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Shohei Ohtani was really the player that pushed them, all the way to the top, because that was the biggest difference in the team, and with the addition of him, they got the job done. Big shout out to Dave Roberts. I'm a huge fan of his as well, and yeah, man, and how sweet was it as Orioles fans to watch the Yankees get their ass whipped in epic fashion?
Yeah, like when it came down to these two teams, I thought, oh, that's going to be a good series.
Me
Six,
too.
7 games.
I was screaming 7 games.
Dodgers are just like, nah, we'll
Yeah.
clamp down.
After game 2, I was like, oh man, it's over for New York. They don't have a chance in hell, man. And yeah, it was just really bad. And Aaron Judge is going to have a lot to think about in the off season, because I mean, they're tearing him up. They're saying he's just one of those players that kind of chokes out in the postseason, and for somebody that yields such an epic bat, that's kind of tough for him. And you know what? I'm so happy to hear it, because he dogged my ballpark, and I will never forgive him for that.
The professor drops a question in the chat.
Sure.
Where does Juan Soto go?
Oh, man. I'm kind of on the fence with him. I mean, I feel like the whole team was really bad as a whole, and because of, we know what Juan Soto can do as well. It's just that, Aaron Judge stuck out so much more because he's like the home run guy. He's the, supposed to be the quote unquote savior of the Yankees. But I mean, you could give them an honorable mention. I mean, but honestly, you could go top to bottom with that ball club as far as the World Series is concerned, man. I mean, they just really mucked it up, to end the season the way that they did, and to make it to the World Series. It was like they just did not show up, and it was all for naught. I mean, that hurts. That hurts. Thank you, sweet baby Jesus. We got any other comments on the feed before we move on to the next topic?
Talk about the NBA. Professor says, thanks Steve Kerr for irking Tatum and Brown, the dynamic duo.
Yeah. Man, their first game, they almost broke. I think they might have tied the record for number of threes at like 28. 28 three-pointers in a game, man.
Right.
That is 70. No. 84 points. 84 points. And for some teams, that's a total.
Yeah.
Like crazy. And I'm a Lakers fan, so the Laker in me, I just can't root for the Celtics. But however, I do like Jason Tatum as well as Jaylen Brown. I think that they are They're like Batman and Robin for real. They're a great dynamic duo. I'm so glad that they kept them together because if you remember a couple of seasons ago, they were, they had flirted with the idea of splitting them up, and what a great decision by who's that, Brad Stevens,
Yeah, sounds
to
right.
keep that squad together, man. And yeah, they just gotta keep their eye on Cleveland Cavaliers, man, because as far as I'm concerned, everybody keeps talking about New York um, as being like the team. There's a lot of drama going on in Philly right now, so they're not fully staffed. But you know, for me, right now, it's like I said, it's just Cleveland Cavaliers, man, and I don't think anybody was talking about them before the season started.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, they made the playoffs last year. They've been inching up, doing better and better. But to say they'd be where they are right now, never would have thought it.
Yeah, yeah. Big shout outs to them. Big shout outs to them. All right, let's keep it moving. I talked a little bit about it early in the show. Talked about Hail Marys with the Washington Commanders. Oh, I would have to say that was one of the most epic ones of all time. And, I thought it would be cool for us to talk about other Hail Marys that we've seen throughout the years and that will forever be with us. My first pick, of course, I mean, how can we not say Joe Flacco to Amari Cooper, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. To me, that'll be that is the best because that was the one to push us forward and ultimately you know pushed us into the Super Bowl and becoming world champions. You know,
yeah.
yeah. What you got?
I'm gonna take it back to the home state and go back to 2020 to what's been dubbed the Hail Murray, and that's when Kyler Murray got the Hail Mary off against the Buffalo Bills. Cardinals are always a bottom dweller team, it seems like, and they beat a Bills team that been doing pretty good. So yeah.
Okay, okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Do you have any other Hail Marys? I mean, of course Aaron Rodgers has had a couple, but I really hate him right now.
Right, right. I was trying to find some footage and like I don't know, but I could have sworn Jared or not Jared Goff, the dude that's in LA now.
Matthew Stafford.
Yeah, I could have sworn Stafford had some pretty good ones, but I couldn't find like game descriptions.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, we all know he's got a big arm, super arm, and going back to let me just go back to Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to go off topic for a little bit. How do you feel about that situation with the New York Jets?
Uh, how so? I mean,
I mean, people
oh
are saying with the addition of Devontae Adams, oh, now they're Super Bowl contenders. I'm just not buying the hype, man. And I'm just wondering if there's anybody out there that could convince me otherwise.
no, no. I mean, I think it paves the way for them to maybe win their division a little easier. They'll get to the playoffs. I mean, the Dolphins are just trying to give Tua more concussions. The Patriots aren't where they used to be, and the Bills are floundering. So yeah, I think the Jets will have might win the division, but no Super Bowl. Hell no.
Yeah, yeah. I just there's no way. I mean, the Kansas City Chiefs right now are the sole undefeated team in the NFL right now, right?
Yeah,
Which I just cannot understand because Patrick Mahomes has thrown an interception every game that he has played. I mean, it's still baffling for me. I am waiting for, the floor to fall out from under them. But it's, it's hard for me to say like, oh yeah, the New York Jets are gonna can beat the Chiefs. The New York Jets can beat the Ravens. I mean, we got some heavy hitters in the AFC, and we've had them for like the past 3, 4 seasons, and we've been the stronger conference of the two, in my opinion. And to think that Jets of the Meadowlands would be included in that conversation is just absolutely ridiculous to me, man.
Right. Yeah. It,
Hell yeah.
that game last night, though.
It was a good game. It was a
Yeah.
good game. I was actually surprised that they pulled it off. I mean, I actually picked them to win. I feel like, and oh my God, oh, the Houston Texans were poised to have one hell of a season, and the loss of Stephon Diggs is just so huge.
Yeah.
Even though, C.J. Stroud and the Texans did it without him last season.
Yeah.
But I mean, with all the changes with the different teams, I really felt like, uh, he's that type of electric player that gets your team pumped, keeps momentum going, and the loss with that season-ending injury is just really detrimental to the team.
Yeah.
But I'll still be pulling for him because I happen to like C.J. Stroud a whole lot, man. I love the way he plays. I love how he just put the whole entire league on notice
Yeah.
since his rookie year, man. I mean, it's just been fantastic, and I wish them a lot of luck
And
as the season goes along.
yeah, it just kind of like sucks because Stephon Diggs goes down, and teams they have more tape on Stroud now, so they can game plan for him more. But
Sure.
yeah, they were a team that you just knew was going to make the playoffs and go far. Now it's in question whether they even make it.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's move on to our. We're bringing it back this season. I mentioned it earlier, but Booty Huff picks of the week. You know how much I love this. Um, for outsiders who don't know, Booty Huff is, either a player or a team that just has been subpar or irking your nerves or just really embarrassing. And Mark and I like to call people out here at JABO. We like to call people out. We like to call teams out, and we'll just continue to do so this season. So, Mark, who's your first Booty Huff pick of the week?
Uh, I don't know. You might agree with me. You might not. But I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
Ravens.
Ravens or Booty Huff?
Yes,
No,
absolutely, my dude.
no,
Abso-freaking-lutely.
no disrespect to Deontay Johnson because he is dynamic and he will be amazing for us. But the defense has had troubles all season long, and at the trade deadline, you go for a wide receiver when you're good there.
Yeah, I did not understand. I didn't get that at all. I gotta say it. I was surprised when that news dropped. I'm like, what the hell are you getting him for? Like, there's so many other problems. Like you said with the defense, what the? I mean, oh man, they were high on that peyote when they made that decision, man. And like you said, no disrespect, he's an amazing player, but wide receiver.
Yeah.
I mean, you make trades, you do things, you make changes to address problems, right? I mean, is that our biggest problem?
No, not by a long shot. And a lot of people pointed to the Rashad Bateman missed pass at towards the end of the game against the Browns. Like the sun was in his eyes. It's not like he was a
Yeah,
bad player in that moment. Like he even pointed at the sun. Like, come on.
yeah, and man, that that Ravens game, it was a freaking trap game. Yeah, we started off as 7.5 point favorites. I think by game time we were 7 point favorites, so it only dipped just a half a point. But you know, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who felt the pain because I put the money on the Ravens. And, when the last second ticked off the clock, I was kicking myself like, damn it, you should have just left this game alone. It's a divisional game. I mean, gosh, it was just so frustrating. No slight to Jameis Winston. He's a decent quarterback. I wouldn't say that he was great, but I have to tip my hat to him, man. And, extra booty huff goes out to the Ravens defense because, they made that offense, who was struggling immensely this season, look like a well-oiled, check-down machine, dude. And just really frustrating for the Ravens because I honestly thought that, 10 games into the season, the Ravens were going to be 8-2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other picks for Booty Huff. I mean, we kind of already talked about Tennessee Titans. We talked about the Milwaukee Bucks. Are there any other teams or players out there who just haven't been performing to their best ability?
I got a team.
Sure, go for it.
And I know you got friends who are fans of this team. But what the hell happened with the New Orleans Saints?
Yeah, man.
They let the Buccaneers score 51 on them a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and they're on a 6-game losing streak, which is, oof, for that division is quite surprising. And the way that they started the season, right?
Oh, they were.
I mean, the first game beat the brakes off the Carolina Panthers, but everybody's doing that. That was 47-10. I mean, whenever you score more than 40 points, it's eyebrow raising, eye opening, jaw dropping. Then they played Dallas Cowboys, formidable opponent. Looked fantastic against them, beat them 44-19, and it's just, I think they've been plagued with the injury bug, and things just aren't meshing well for that football team right now.
Yeah, preseason. Remember they were supposed to be back. It just didn't happen.
Oh yeah, they're the same old stinky Saints. Bring out the paper bags, dude. Bring out the paper bags. Yeah, totally agree with you on that one. Okay, let's keep it moving. The Ravens got a game. Like I said, we're back home this weekend. Play on Sunday against the Denver Broncos. I think that is perfect team to rebound off of, especially how we lost last week. I know that you have a soft spot for the Broncos. What's your feelings about the matchup? What are you looking for? And do you think we can get back on the winning track, with this game?
I honestly, I'm not sure.
Oh my God.
Bo Nix, he's been doing a whole lot better than anyone ever thought. Preseason, people were like, "Oh, he's gonna get benched by like the third game or something like that." And here he's been putting together some good games, and our defense has not been playing up to expectations, which is crazy because they have all the tools. They just haven't been performing.
Hey, what happened to the Dean Pease effect too?
Right? Crazy stat I saw was like in the last 10 years or so, 5 years, any team that's been number one in defense, the following year has like dropped to the bottom of the league. And so far, like, we're at like hovering around 28th for overall this year, which I guess is an effect.
Holy crap.
Right?
I did not know that. And yes, that is a very, very interesting fact. And talk about scary. Ooh. Definitely didn't want to hear that. Let's see here. Do you know what the spread is for the Ravens?
9.5.
Holy shit, I don't trust that at all.
Right?
Jeez. I was expecting like 4 or 5. And over under 46.5, I think that's a lot of points too.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, let's go ahead and make it a combo. Make it a trifecta. Booty Huff. Let's go ahead and add easy money pick. I can't believe I'm saying it, but you know what? Let's not discredit the Broncos. They're 5-3 too, just like us.
Yep.
You know, I'm telling you guys right now, lay the money on the Broncos in that spread, man, because if you know, if they couldn't take care of, if they couldn't put the Browns away at 7, I damn sure don't trust a double-digit win against the Broncos.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's too much.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, listen, man, we got any real on wrestling this week?
Tomorrow's Crown Jewel, 1
Yep.
p.m. Eastern time from Saudi Arabia. Bloodline versus Bloodline, gonna be a good match. And yeah, Peacock as always.
All right, you guys gonna be watching over at the Casa?
I know I will be.
Okay.
We'll see.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I might holler at you tomorrow about that.
All right. Yeah.
Ooh, cool deal. Any other announcements before? I think we have one special announcement for one of our MVP listeners. You want to go ahead and take it away?
Yeah. We saw what you said in the chat, Harry, and a girl dad, man. That's awesome. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Yeah, congratulations. And, you know, I might be a little partial, but I just think girls are so much fun. You know, they really are. And, you know, being a girl dad, I know it can be a little scary, but, man, enjoy the wild ride. And if she's anything like, you know, she's going to be anything like her dad, she's going to be something special. So, you know, congratulations, Harry, man. That was great news.
Hell yeah.
Great news. We love to hear it.
Yeah, a little jealous because I just got boys, and that'd be
Yeah.
interesting. It would have been fun, but we all got our cards dealt how we got them.
That's right. That's right. Anything else before we sign off?
There was something, but I plumb forgot.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Did we want to do a booty huff on the thing we were texting about this morning?
Oh man, what was that?
The collab, Boys to Men.
Oh. Oh yeah, it's all you. You got that.
Well,
you got it.
Yesterday was Halloween. Spooky season has ended, and as much as people are in a rush to get into Christmas, you know, we got Thanksgiving coming up still. Let's get through Thanksgiving before we jump into Christmas. And I'm looking at you, Travis Kelce, Jason Kelce, who dropped a single from their Christmas album, apparently. Jason Kelce, Travis Kelce, channeling his girlfriend, and Boyz II Men. What timeline did we jump into? The Christmas time in Cleveland Heights is their new single.
Unfortunately, we cannot play a clip for you guys because we would, you know,
probably get copyright. Yeah.
Banned, right? Yeah, immediately. But go to YouTube. It's on there, and you know, Mark, when you sent the text this morning, I didn't even think about, you know, the timeline part of it, which is also insane. But just, you know, I was just thinking to myself, like, I was racking my brain. It was like the biggest head scratcher of the day because, first of all, when have we heard either one of the brothers even hum a freaking note? Okay, let alone sing a song. You know? And the second thing was just like, gosh, like, what an odd pairing. I mean, we all know how great Boyz II Men is.
Yeah.
And what the hell is wrong with Boyz II Men for agreeing to do that? I mean, I guess they're, you know what I said. I blame Taylor Swift for this shit. I mean, everything's Taylor Swift's fault, right?
Right, yeah.
But when I heard the song, it wasn't horrible, but it was. I don't know. There's like no video; it's just an audio, so I don't know who was singing or talking. Which parts, but it was just like oh, come on, y'all, let's get into the holidays. I mean, it was just like this. I could not stop laughing, and I know that they were serious because they sounded really serious. But I thought I thought it was a joke, and it's totally real.
Now,
And go ahead.
from what I was reading, and I might have forgot because that was this morning, but if I read right, uh, Jason Kelsey's actually put out a couple of Christmas albums, not necessarily him singing on all of them.
Are you serious?
And it goes towards charity. The proceeds goes
Oh, that's
towards his
great.
foundation.
Oh,
So,
jeez. Now, way to make me feel like an a-hole. Thank you.
so this song will go on their Christmas album for this year, and proceeds will go to charity. So that's great. Jason Kelsey's a good dude.
Yeah, and you know what? Who's having a better time than him right now? I mean, he's just everywhere. Enjoying his retired life, and that's the way it should be, man.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Well, guys, that's it for the evening. We want you guys to go ahead and start your weekend off right. I'm glad you tuned in with us. You know how we end the show. Baltimore spread love, yo. Keep clean. Be safe. We know that with Halloween, being on a Thursday, it's spilling into the weekend. People will continue to wear their costumes and continue to party. I just can't stress it enough. Be safe. Be sanitary. We appreciate you guys. Again, congratulations, Harry, man. Best news of the day. I'm Keisha, and on the other end of the line is my favorite slice of pizza, Mark, and we are just a bit outside. Peace.